The March numbers are in. It's clearly a buyer's market in this part of Florida, but I have a plan where both sellers and buyers can win. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. I'll tell you more. Hi everyone, my name is Mike Renick. I am your host for this video. Welcome to another Mike's Market Update. We watch this market because it's important to make sure that every one of our clients, when we begin, we set them up for a position to win. So if we look at the chart right now, and I love to show this every month, most agents probably know what's happening in the market, but good agents, they understand what's happening, but great agents not only can explain it, they develop a unique plan for each and every customer, because no matter what kind of market we're in, buyers and sellers can still win. I'll tell you more. Let's take a look at this chart right now. When we look year over year for Sarasota and Manatee County, this part of the west coast of Florida, with the latest data, we see that listings are up 90%. This just looks at one point in time, a year ago, versus today, which is another point in time. We'll talk more about what happened in the months in the middle. Listings are up 90%. That's a huge thing in terms of the market. Solds, they've fallen by 1%. Pendings are up. Pendings are units that are under contract that will close in the next 30, 60, 90 days. They're up by 7%. Prices are up by 2%. That has to change. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Days on the market, up 49%. Of course, with all the listings, that makes sense. Months of inventory, almost 90% up. Let's dive into the numbers. That's where it's important. Let's look at the light green lines on this chart. Those are the units currently listed. They're for sale. And you see the number is almost 90% over where it was a year ago, but the line is sloped up. The light green bars are they're continuing to rise. We need to follow that. But that sets the stage of the market. The more people out there selling their units, it definitely is going to help buyers. What it means for sellers, though, is we'll position your home in a unique subset of that market, and we'll tailor our marketing to the attributes of your home, and we'll show folks that yours is the one to take a look at. More to follow on that. So listings are up. When we look at pendings, and the pendings on there are the what I call the red squiggly line. That's up. You see them. It's kind of been moving around a little bit. It's up a little bit over the last couple of months. That's good news, because those are going to be future sales. And then, of course, the sold units are the dark green bar. And those are relatively small in terms of, we're not seeing a lot of variation from month to month. We'll come back and talk more about all of those in a second. When we go to the next chart and we look at price, again, from a year ago, it's up a little over 2%. Prices have been oscillating. We see as low back in the July timeframe of $318 a square foot, up to $359 we reported last month, and we're at $344 this month. So prices are relatively stable. But as this market continues to get more listings, something's going to have to happen with price. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll follow more as we go around. Days on the market, as you see that trend is upward. Those are the orange bars on this graph. It's up about 50% where it was last year. And we do see kind of an upward slope to the line from the November timeframe up to where we are now. And when we look at, on the next slide, when we look at months of inventory, right now, there's been a fall from last month, but if nothing comes on the market, here's what this chart means. Nothing new comes on the market. It will take roughly about 6 months for us to clean this inventory out. Now, we know more and more are going to be coming on the market, so we've got to work through that. Generally, 6 months or higher is considered a buyer's market. And given the dynamics right now, clearly buyers are in the driver's seat. For every client that we start with, whether you're a buyer or seller, we drill down into this, because it's not the two county area metrics that matter. We go down to where you're looking, what condo association, what subdivision association, and we look at what's happening there. Who's it favored? It may not always be a buyer's market in that area if there's limited supply. So we go down to that level, and then we develop a plan listening to what your objectives are, your goals, that will allow us to hit a home run with that. So even though right now that things, like I said, they favor buyers, their homes being sold. The thing is, we, as a seller agent, we want to make sure the next one is yours. If we're working with you as a buyer, we want to make sure that we use everything we know about the market and expose you to as many potentials as possible. This is just the beginning. I do this every month just to take a snapshot of where we're at with the current market. We need to go much deeper. We're happy to do that. If you have some interest in that and even no obligation, you'd like to see what's happening in your part of Florida, I'd be happy to do that. Give me a call. My name is Mike Renick. My direct cell is 941-400-8735. I leave you with a personal cell because you should be able to reach me on your terms when it's convenient for you, and that's our approach to business here. Look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, thanks for watching.